So this is this is the Metroid Prime speedrun. I think it's the world record at an hour 21 minutes. I have never played this game. I have no idea what to expect. Here we go. Whatsoever. I really don't. I have no no investment at all. Iron Ghost, eh? Here's the one I was looking at.
Welcome, young Garrett.
Welcome.
In nearby rooms, I will instruct you in the various skills you will need to survive. Please stay in the entrance area to each room while I explain the room's purpose. When you are ready to begin your lessons, proceed down this hallway to the first room. You must learn how to move unseen. Stay in the shadows. Avoid the light. The indicator on your screen will tell you how visible you are. Try to reach the top of the platform without being seen. Now you must learn
this is a
to
game
move quietly.
that I not only know implicitly, but absolutely love from start to finish.
Listen to your own footsteps.
I have not finished it that often. I'm not good enough at this game to speedrun it.
Now get your weapons.
But
to pick up objects, select them by centering them on screen until they light up. Then use them. Choose your weapon now. Try readying your sword and then your bow.
Cool.
You can always put them away again.
What's going on, Morris? Happy New Year, my man.
Now let's go out to the courtyard for some target.
How was yours?
Ready your bow. Knock an arrow on the back of the string by holding down the attack button. Make sure you draw all the way back, or your shot will not have full power. Take it in, and when you are ready to shoot, release your attack. See if you can hit one of these targets. Now you will learn new movement skills. First, climb the rope by jumping onto it. Move while looking up or down to climb up or down the rope.
Happy New Year.
And to change your facing. If you jump again, keepers will use the rope. Now climb the rope to get to the top.
How's everybody?
Well done. Run and jump across the gap to the other side of the stream. Good jump. This obstacle.
Are you working today? You're not working today, are you? Can't believe that guy actually hit him right off the bat. Teach you to mess with us!
Hey, what was that?
I just got back from going out and grabbing something to eat down at Denny's and taking the kids out for lunch, that sort of thing. Just chilling at the moment. Figured I'd take in a thing. Oh, this is the last night you're working before what? You get a couple days off? Tacos sound good, but we had them last night, so. So this is, yes, tacos are always a good idea. This is one of my absolute favorite games of all time. Came out around the same time as Half-Life 1, as a matter of fact. Completely different game from Half-Life in that, you know, it's got some cinematics and whatnot, like scripted events as Half-Life had, but nothing as robust as that game's system. And yet, a much more robust gameplay system altogether. Catch you later, Lenny. Good looking, girl.
Something?
Drop that weapon!
Such a carrying on.
Jesus, this guy's motoring.
Hey, make not the notion. Who is there?
Who is there? This is Thief 1, Thief the Dark Project. This is the original Thief before that remake came around. So
Let's get you out of here.
this here is Cuddy. This is your fence in Thief the Dark Project. He actually dies in the very second episode. This is the only time you formally meet him. And he's sick from being in the prison and about to die. Spoiler alert. Long and the short, he's reborn in the later Thief, the remake, as a proper character with a personality, and etc., etc. So, or no, sorry, my bad. My bad. Cuddy doesn't make a reappearance. It's what's it? Basso. Basso is the one that comes around. Basso's in the second Thief. So he's not even a character in this one. Anyway, so Cuddy tells you about how this guy Quintus, this guy Felix was going to go after the Horn of Quintus in the crypt of the city known as the Bone Horde, and that the Hammerites took all of his possessions. Now, that means that you got to go all the way up to the safety deposit box. And because he's on easy, as soon as he gets the last objective, it ends the mission, which is retarded because typically you have to get back out of the place to complete the mission.
Long way down.
So this game had a very neat movement engine to it. You were a simulated physical object, so you could gain velocity, you could get hurt from hitting things too fast. Simple stuff. So this is supposed to be the crypt of the city known as the Bone Horde. Think of it like the catacombs in European cities like Prague. I'm pretty sure Prague has catacombs. Prague and like every Roman city, or Italian city, sorry.
classy.
Tubes with piped-in music. How classy. Holy shit, this guy's just fucking hauling. So what we're hearing in that's the horn of Quintus. Magical horn that's just humming away its nice song.
Good thing I'm not afraid of heights.
And of course it's kept up at the top of some crazy arrangement of stone slabbery and ladders. Point being though, if you listen, it's like the first couple notes of the lullaby there. Sleepy time, go to sleep.
The horn of Quintus, I presume.
And then so, because it's on easy, it doesn't care.
He's dead. Let's head back now.
What?
These creatures are gonna lead me right back to whoever
What?
sent me to kill
No, you're supposed to follow him. I don't understand. Okay. So, typically you're supposed to follow these guys through the place. I forgot you could knock them out before the script takes over. And then you just take the body right to the end. And then when you drop the body in the end trigger, that's it. The cinematic's considered finished, which is retarded, but that's what happens when you speedrun. You find creative solutions to problems.
So, these are the
Stop
new
at once and put your hands up.
I think it's time I dealt with Mr. Weird once and for all. It may be time for you.
He's over here. We're gonna teach you a lesson, Garrett.
So this is a, if you've ever played Thief the Dark Project, this was an add-on level. Oh, that was a bad jump.
They're so busy gambling their money away. Take a bit.
It was a game that had books, a lot of intrigue. If you spent the time to pay attention, you could hear conversations and whatnot that were happening between people that were actually meaningful. They'd give you a hint as to where to go next, or where you'd find secret stuffs. Sometimes even giving you codes to pass by different areas. It was very much an 0451 game, without a lot of the RPG elements that make up 0451 games.
What's that? I found this. Leave me alone. This must be like
Garrett, you're crazy for coming down here.
Move! I'm trying to get through, thank you.
Garrett, move over here. Scared, huh?
Move. The game architecture, everything was very low fidelity, because again, 1998. But it was a very advanced game for what it was. It was a very technically advanced game. Clearly, the visuals were whatever. You know, I'm not gonna lie, it's very low fidelity. I'm not under any illusions of grandeur that this was a high quality game graphically, but for the time, it was. For the time, it did things that a lot of modern games didn't do, that should have done, that a lot of modern games now do. Sorry, I should say that a lot of modern games at the time didn't do. AAA titles like Quake didn't do models as scenery, whereas it was a big part of Thief. So.
Oh, you're watching the Thief one on stream?
Yeah, I'm watching like from the start actually, instead of from Constantine's house.
Whoa.
Again, one of my favorite games of all time. You know, a lot of it, sure, you can say it's rose-colored glasses because of just how low fidelity the game is. But in truth, if you play the gameplay is there. The gameplay is absolutely there. The game plays really well. And if it didn't, it wouldn't have been as popular as it is. Moreover, there's a slew of different custom maps available because the toolset did get released for this. And so a lot of people back in its heyday, like we're talking about, you know, 2000 to 2005, you were still seeing custom maps being produced for this title. Hell, you're still seeing custom maps produced for it today, because the truth is that with the capabilities of computers, and not to mention the capabilities of hackers with you know, a little bit of motivation and some elbow grease, the dark engine that this is being powered by is capable of quite a lot. And so the levels that you can develop for it, you know, the sky's the limit. As long as you're willing to put the time into something that, you know, few people, if nobody will play. Because nobody fucking has Thief installed, let alone an upgraded version of it. But nobody's managed to recreate this. You know, the feel of this game, nobody's managed to recreate this at all. And it's pretty funny.
Did I just...
There he is.
Not only has nobody nobody successfully recreated the feel of this game, but nobody has recreated the motif, not the motif, but the gameplay. Never mind the feel of it, like, you know, the tension of looking out, I'm gonna be caught, you know, I'm actually being threatened from all angles. But like the actual gameplay, the movement, the considerations for simple dynamics like crouching before you drop off an edge in order to soften your landing or silence your landing, you know, that doesn't exist in games unless it's a very very tutorialized feature and an exemplified facet of gameplay, meaning that at some point during the gameplay, it becomes important that you do this, otherwise you can't pass the game. Which, I mean, if you're doing that sort of thing with a game with a game like this, you're missing the whole point of a game like this.
Time to take my new sword and get out of this crazy place.
You know, it's games like this are you're not supposed to engineer your levels to deliver use cases. You're supposed to engineer the level so that emergent gameplay is the name of it. Is the name of the game. Is that emergent gameplay is the way that you want people to play it, figuring it out for themselves, figuring out the best way to do it for themselves. And I'm done. Now this particular level, this is a burnt out section of the city, and effectively the story goes that this portion of the city suffered disaster, and because so many people died, they all turned into zombies because they couldn't be helped. Yeah, Deadly Shadows was a terrible Thief game. Deadly Shadows was just fucking atrocious. It really was. And the reason being is because this is post Deus Ex 2 attempting to create an open-ended world, and it failed miserably, because with the Unreal Engine and computers at the time, you couldn't do that. The Unreal Engine at the time couldn't do open-ended cities. You know what? I did too, but it was still a terrible Thief game. But there was no question that when you got into the actual levels, it did its job admirably. But it was just getting in there first. You play Thief 2 The Metal Age, and then you go back to Deadly Shadows, it's night and day. And it's just a better game. Like, Thief 2 The Metal Age was just that much better for the fact that it was this engine, this game's engine, with this game's movement, and this game's sneaking, and this game's etc, etc, etc. But with an advanced fidelity, an advanced level of detail, an advanced, an experienced crew of developers. But yeah, no, Deadly Shadows, you know, the level design was there, but what killed it was that open-ended city bullshit. I thought that open-ended city bullshit was stupid. I liked the storyline, I liked the cinematics, but they tried to do this open-ended city again, and they did that in Thief. They did that in the remake, you know, this open city world. And I still don't think it works. I still think it's retarded. I still find it exceptionally frustrating trying to play that game and trying to figure out where certain things are. And it's like, you know, it's not the new remake game with its open-ended city is not a challenging game because, oh, these secrets are so well hidden, but because they're so goddamn nonsensical and at times nigh unintelligible. You know, any instructions or directions that they're giving you, go onto this road, and it's like, it doesn't even look like a road, it looks like your standard friggin' yeah, going through windows, or going through a gap between two crates. Oh, where are you going? I'm gonna go to the next neighborhood. How? Why? Oh, well, I'm gonna crowbar this window, or I'm gonna fucking lift this beam. Every fucking time. And there was no way to cancel it. There was no way to cancel it. It's the funniest part about it, is why are you forcing me to do this? Why are you forcing me to press this button over and over when I can't not go this way? Once you've committed to going through the window or into the alley, you are committed. You can't cancel and back out of the alley or cancel and put your crowbar away. You're committed. So there's fucking no reason to have you even press the stupid button. It makes no sense pressing the button because you don't need to, you can't do anything but press the button. It's a false form of agency. Agency being, you know, your ability to do things in the game. There is zero agency there, yet they make you press the button. It's literally just spitting in your eye. Anyway, the point in all this is that the middle one, I should say the one after this, Thief 2, best Thief of all of them. Best of all of them. No two ways. No two question. No question. It's got everything. Except for an open-ended city, which this game never fucking needed. You know, this game has as much city as it needs when it needs city. When it's important to the story. It doesn't do anything that's not important to the story, and that's what I love about the first two Thief games. And the second one had some expansive goddamn maps. Like this one right here is a big map. This is a big map that this buddy is roaming through right now. And if you imagine, he's speedrunning it. So he's running through this thing full tilt, not giving a shit about being quiet or tactics or where dudes are positioned to any real degree. It's just move, move, move as fast as you can. Grab everything that isn't nailed down that you're gonna need. If you have the original Thief, I'd say give it a shot. But if you have the original Thief 2, the Metal Age there, that is absolutely something you need to load up and give a go. You know, Thief 1's pretty good. Sure, if you have a copy, enjoy it when you have some time. But if you have Thief 2, you need to play that shit. Especially if you enjoy Deadly Shadows. That is something you need to experience. Because the everything about it is so well done. So well done. It's just a super well polished version of Thief 1, is what it is. With bigger levels, cooler equipment, a more advanced story, better models and graphics and colored lighting, da 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 da. You know what I mean? It's much just better all around. No game feels like this though. They have never recreated the feeling of this game. This is great. This is great. Come around the corner to a gate.
This looks like the way out.
This looks like the way out.
I'll come in you.
Yeah, this right here. This is the way out. In front of this closed gate. This is the way out. So he's just taking a speed potion. He has one more remaining. He's swimming right now. You can see the air bubbles in the lower right. He surfaces. He's probably going to pop the other one in a moment here. Jumps down. Takes a bunch of healing potions, and then back over to the speed potion. And here we go. Coming down the hill, picking up speed, picking up speed, picking up speed, and leap of faith. Got it. And there's what we're here for.
It's not lost no more. It's all the way down.
Now, because you were physically represented, if you weren't careful, and you got a sense of it after a while, kind of like you have that spatial awareness of your car as you're driving it, you would get a sense of how big Garrett is. And when you're on ledges like that, if you jump while you're too close to a wall, you'll know that you're too close to the wall after a while, because you'll have bounced yourself off the wall. And I swear to God, it's the funniest shit. You can almost imagine losing your balance as this dude. And so there you go. That's the whole mission. He got in there to get that flaming relic. That was it. Now this one is which one is this one?
I'm not getting any information from Geary after all.
This is the Song of the Caverns. To be honest, I don't remember this level. I don't remember if this is something I played or that was something added on afterwards. Making caves like this was one of the easiest things when it came to Thief. Thief and Unreal. Because you could just overlay a whole bunch of CSG brushes, CSG blocks, and they would just subtract from one another. And it didn't matter. It didn't matter at all. All you had to pay attention to was the order of the subtraction for the textures that you wanted to have appearing. Just the craziest business.
The curtains went down on this guy a long time ago. He's the best lead I have.
The ladder looks purple. Oh, this is one of the new levels then.
Any money? Over here, he has a sword.
Really? That's cool. old levels, old games where you could get away with levels that just looked like arrangements of blocks. I don't know what it is, but every connoisseur, every video game connoisseur, has a very distinct love for this game. I think it's safe to say one of the primary common reasons is that most folks who would consider themselves a critic of games are the sort to take their time through games. That is to say, enjoying the scenery, as Johnny would say, smelling the roses. And I would tend to agree that it is smelling the roses. It is taking the time to appreciate the beauty of something simple, you know. The arrangement of colors and layout of levels and textures and the strategies provided or permitted within the levels. Did you need that? What are you doing? Was that worth it? Okay. Undercover is where you go onto the religious temple grounds as a priest in order to get access to their reliquary. And this is so you can get the last of those sigils. So if you recall, we're collecting these MacGuffins, one of which was flaming when we jumped that gap. And so these MacGuffins, they're sigils. So right now you're apparently supposed to be an acolyte. So there's certain places you're not allowed to go. This obviously being one of them. What the fuck was going on there, eh? Alright, sweet. So at this point, the question becomes... Right, he's collecting enough treasure in each level so that he can buy the equipment for the next level. I'm pretty sure they all know it's him, because it's just like, he's the only acolyte on the grounds, etc. So, there you go. So, in that level, you're supposed to have a long, drawn-out process of escaping the cathedral. Holy shit, this one's loud. So yeah, you're supposed to have this long, drawn-out process of escaping that cathedral, but in fact, I guess he jammed the door with a mine, and then came back and pulled his trick with drawing the bow. I'm not sure how that glitch worked, but it got him put through the door far enough that he triggered the escape. So that's pretty goddamn funny. Which made one of the potentially longest levels in my remembering, made one of the longest levels of my remembering one of the shortest that I've ever seen done. And then so this is returning to the Hammerite Temple after you've taken the eye from the cathedral. Ow. The mobility in this game is just so cool when you get the hang of it. It really is. The level design is all over the place, but
and if we cannot retake him alive, all shall be lost. We lack thy skills of stealth and treachery, and our enemies must surely kill him should we make a bold attempt. Take this key and now.
so the Hammerite Temple got invaded. They lost their head priest. They're like, we lack your skills, so you go do the job. Take this key and rescue our dude. And so here you go. You're breaking in to rescue their dude. You got the speed potion. Pick him up and go.
What's that? You there? Oh, you.
Now the fact is, those monkey dudes actually move faster than they move faster than you do normally, and you're slowed down when you're carrying. You pick up speed when you're going down hills. You conserve velocity when you jump. So in short, you can get to going some pretty goddamn high speeds jumping down hills. This area is called Into the Maw. It's one of the last, if not the last level. That was neat, I have to admit. I'm pretty sure this is the last level. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to get in and swap the eye that you stole from the cathedral has been taken from you by this guy, the trickster, who is the one that you were working for. Okay, so the eye was being protected where it was.
Let's not try that again.
And you're supposed to get it for him. You did. Then he takes it from you, and then he takes your eye out of your head to power the eye. And so you didn't like that, and the Hammerites didn't like that. Now they don't have the eye, and the trickster does. So they're like, all right, ow. It's like, all right, take this fake eye that will blow him up, and go swap it with the real eye. And you're like, okay.
Now that's big.
What's that?
So literally, you're climbing up into this tree. When he said, "Wow, that's big," or "Now that's big," he was referring to the tree. And if you look up, it's a really big tree. You climb up into that tree, as he's doing here, and then of course the tree connects to the caverns around, because fuck that tree.
Interesting.
It's a long map. Holy shit.
Fun for me now.
We're almost there, almost there. Are we there yet? Holy shit. Almost there. Ugh. You can actually take impact damage from just hitting the wall going too fast. That's convenient. Nice vines just hanging there for you to climb up the cliff. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? That's so nice. So you can kind of see the silhouette of the dude walking off in the corner there. On the one side. Walking along.
Vine grow entwined, green and curl, chokes and bind, leaves unfurl, thorns each spine, tumble wall, wreath in vine, cover all, leafy mine, call the vine, call the green, brings thee forth, world be seen.
I don't know why he's waiting on him.
Swirling dust, rain winds flow, pushing dust, storm clouds grow, darksy clouds, lightning throw, misty shrouds, freezy snow. Call the storm, call the grey, brings thee forth world's old way. Flame burning heat, fences charred, lazy sheet, black and tar, man flesh meat, melting gears, dance and leap, man fool's fear come to reap. Call the fire, call the red, brings thee forth, past not dead.
This is some old style nursery rhyme horror right here.
Churning mud, dam break all, sea waves wash, swampy squall, sewer slosh, drain pipe stall, call the wave, call the blue, brings it forth, world anew.
So you literally have to watch him set up these 5 points of the pinnacle with his prayers, as it were. And then that's supposed to power the eye and give him the world.
Quick shadow tile, pollen shake, green tile, chip and flake, darky soil, windows break, earthy toil wall unmake. Call earth, call the brown, brings it back, world thrown down.
So like this is effectively your time limit for getting her done. Of course, he only really starts the ritual when you're outside his door. So.
Stay inside, fear the night. Call the dark, call the black, brings it forth. I call it back.
All right. I believe that's all 5 points.
Open for me, open to me, open my way, open the path, open for me, open. It betrays me.
That's it. Yay! We win! 8 minutes, 31 seconds, 5 minutes of which is in fact watching an NPC do a ritual. That is something. Now, watching the Thief 2 speedruns, they're about as interesting, but they sure as hell look a lot better. Yeah, I mean, these are, what can I say? It's a gorgeous game. Let's take a look at Thief 3 Deadly Shadows here, just for a brief second. I mean, I haven't seen this game in a dog's age. Training successful. Well done. Yes. Woo! Training successful. Oh, fucking A. Well done. Are you training right now? We're training Garrett.
Who's that lurking over there?
Who's that lurking over there? Oh, training successful. Oh, you're fucking expert. You're amazing. Sneak across this. I remember all this now. I thought this was just so cool. Just the best shit ever. I'm telling you, I thought it was just amazing. And you're right, I remember the mansion now. The mansion was gorgeous. The mansion was fucking gorgeous. Taking the paintings and everything was cool too, actually. It was the first game that did that. The new Thief, the remake, love the way it's like when you take a painting, out comes the blade and he cuts it off the canvas. That's super sweet. That's amazing stuff. Love that.
Alright. Lord Julian. Wouldn't do to have anyone think he was just Julian.
Old Stephen Russell. Stephen Russell was the voice actor who did Garrett throughout the first 3 Thieves. When they brought about the remake, they opted for a younger
Thought I
fella.
heard some. Ah! I saw that tavern. Please don't show your face. Okay, you've got my attention.
I just seen this thief go this way, but he fired a firework over here. Now that's got me more interested. Because I'm a bird. Or a fucking cat.
My lord. Here you are. Drop your weapon. Oh boy. There you are. Close one. But I've still got the guns.
You know what? I take it back. This game was absolutely amazing, except for how absolutely terrible
The bag turned out to hold a bronze medallion stamped with a griffin.
the open city was.
More interesting was the conversation I overheard between Lord Julian and the cook. Especially the part about a huge... Quiet tonight. It's out. I hope that cook is...
Yeah, he's just really into fireworks. You know what's funny? Is that this game is not in widescreen.
Well, yes.
I also just realized it's the same sound effects. I also really did like the lockpicking mechanism in this. With the circles, I thought that was very nice. With the circles, yes. With the circles, everyone knows the circles.
Huh?
But that Unreal Engine ragdoll, oh fuck that shit. I fucking This guy's just roasting. It's really impressive.
A noise. What's that?
Lady Elizabeth is a proper lady. She attended Lake Officer. Now what can that cause have been? I see you there. You won't be so happy when I come back.
Anyone there? No. Can't see. Fine. What a dirty trick.
And the reason you run it in third person mode in this game is for that extended visibility, which, to be quite honest, I remember hacking this game. There's a million different tools out there for doing it and giving yourself a larger field of view. The movement in this game, compared to the first one, is so clunky, is so atrocious. The first one, the first 2 games on the Dark Engine feel fluid and responsive, and there was no grid work for the movement. It was very freeform, very fluid.
There's an intruder.
And this is very mechanical, very methodical, it's driven by the animation of a model, you know, it's very much designed for third-person
I wonder if
view.
anyone will pay more for a matched set.
And I'm not decrying the fact that they have the third-person view and the third-person animations and etc., but it's a lot of extra production value for something that's just the antithesis of what the fucking game is. You know what I mean?
Up all night sewing the new uniforms for Lord Emperor.
Like, this is supposed to be a super immersive title where you are the thief, and instead they said, you know what, Splinter Cell's doing good, let's do what Splinter Cell's doing. No, how about we fucking don't? How about we fucking don't do what Splinter Cell's doing, because Splinter Cell's fucking Splinter Cell, and Thief is not fucking Splinter Cell. You know, and this is not fucking complicated. Fucking Thief has its own pedigree. Splinter Cell established its own thing, and very good for it. Very nice, good to see. And then it boned it in the ass with doing the whole Superman thing, or doing the not Superman. What am I saying? Who cares? Point being is Splinter Cell's his own thing. Thieves is his own thing, and far too often do we see good IP just ass raped for the sake of following in air quotes modern standards. Completely unnecessary. I've talked about this sort of thing in the past. It's a matter of a development team figuring out how to evolve their game into the modern and creating a modern standard for their game rather than trying to fit their game into a modern standard.
Well, it's better off with me.
What's that?
Thought I...
Someone they... Stop it. Walls.
I don't know if he's got this on the easiest difficulty setting or what the scoop is, but he is roaming about some retarded NPCs.
Almost dropped off. Oh boy! I'm sick. Oh!
The whole physical objects that you have to pick up after opening a container, that whole idea can get fucked. That whole idea can just go fuck itself. And in Thief, they kind of address that so that if you open a drawer, Okay, if you've got like an armoire and you select a drawer and you open the drawer, it shows an animation of you going opening the drawer and taking the thing out of it. Okay, so you don't have to like open the drawer, you don't have to open the drawer and then take the thing separately. You open the drawer and take it in one go. That's okay. At the same time, how about you just make it, but at the same time, you have to select every single drawer on that fucking armoire, and each one is, it's empty, oh shit, there's a coin, yay, I made a gold, fucking 5 seconds of your life is empty for a gold. It's, Jesus.
Gotta keep my eye out for them. Those are
at the end of the day, you end up going through so many drawers, they should really just have it, the whole armoire is just,
this is black.
because like,
the red handprint is the mark of,
you know, that would be more impressive
establishments.
if you just sequentially, oh, this one, close it, the next one, oh, take that one too. You know what I mean? Like, do it more naturally so that me as a player, I'm not doing something clunky that feels fucking clunky. Oh, this open city portion.
That's right. Everything's probably all right. Looks like
the city wants you just being
Oh, it's annoying. I think I'm trying to get to the next part of the game, but first I have to deal with a bunch of douchebags in the way. I'm gonna deal with random assault in the street because I'm wearing a hoodie and missing a sleeve and carrying some weapons and possibly that guy's wife's purse. But that's beside the point. I'm just going somewhere in the street and I'm entitled to my rights or something.
Yeah, you get the map right. What else?
But like every game is like that, where you if you have a slightly bad reputation, people will randomly attack you in the street. This has happened in lots of games, and it begs the question, like, would people randomly attack you in the street? Really? Like, is that at any point what society was like? Even today, you'll see gang members rolling around. You can't just haul off and attack them. I mean, I guess you can. But like, really, would anybody put themselves at that sort of risk? Why? For what? Like, what personal stake do they have? These are random NPCs, right? What personal stake do they have in putting their lives on the line to fight someone who may have robbed them of a couple gold?
sure.
And don't get me wrong, I get there's a couple people who are so alpha that they will absolutely attack somebody at random in the street on a suspicion that that guy was the one that broke into their house. Sure, I'm totally on par with that. I get that. That's thoroughly a possibility. But that's not everybody. And when you're watching these games, sometimes it's like everybody's a nutcase. All right.
What the keepers are asking me to steal if I want to see their prophecies for myself. The chalice might not be worth much on the street, but every hammer church has a nice pile of wealth stashed away. No reason not to fill my pockets with.
Somebody did some loving work on this. You know what? This guy, MK Master, who did the speedrun, he took some loving time to put this together. He really did. That is a drawn-out fucking death scream. What the fuck? Where did you shoot him? Sorry, anyway, I was saying the guy who did the speedrun obviously took some loving care, put some loving care into the trailer cutting, or into the video cutting, trailer cutting, for the fact that he's got crossfades between the entries, he's got crossfading audio, he's taken his time, and he's really done a job on this. He was really happy with how this turned out. And who can blame him? This was a good speedrun. Holy fuck.
Let's see what Gretus has been up to.
What I liked about Deadly Shadows is it was a good marriage of the old with some new ideas. a lot of the old stuff, the old Thief, is in here. It is. And a lot of the new stuff, the lock picking, for example, the dudes and their equipment, the ragdoll's cheesy, but the lighting is great. The third person view is still not terrible. It's not. I don't like it. You know, I can appreciate some people might like it. I think it's fucking atrocious. I think it's thoroughly unnecessary and a waste of resources. I think if they had not done the third-person thing, but spent the time polishing other aspects of the game, then it would have been even better, and nobody would have missed this shit. Like, really. If they'd have just given you a fucking 110-degree view, as opposed to a 70-degree view, but put you behind your dude, like, you fucking end up with the same shit. It's just now you can see your dude. I don't get it. Like, I get the idea of seeing your dude, but not in this game. This game has never been about seeing your dude. And the funniest thing is that in the second Thief, in Thief 2: The Metal Age, you end up with what's called a Scout Orb. And you throw the Scout Orb, and then the Scout Orb lets you see through it. Okay? So you throw the orb, and then you can see through it, and you can look all around, and that's cool, but, and you can use it, you can like drop with a Scout Orb and then look at yourself, okay? And you can see yourself, you're looking through the orb. And that's cool, okay? That's cool. But it didn't suddenly need to be expanded upon so that I could see everything about Garrett. I don't actually care what Garrett looks like, you know? Like, that's the funniest part about it. If he looks like what he looks like on the box, great. The box told me what he looked like. I don't need affirmation so that I can be like, my belief systems are in line with reality. You know, it's okay. But the illustration of Garrett is not a religion. I can accept that what I see on the box may or may not be the real thing. You know, I mean, they've got one piece of artwork for Gordon Freeman on the Half-Life box, but in-game, he's a black mannequin made of squares. Because you never fucking look at yourself in Half-Life. And that's kind of where I'm going with this. Is that I don't need this because it not only does it not add anything to gameplay, but it actually detracts from gameplay. Because where the developer might make the excuse, we allow you to see behind your character for a better field of view, the truth is that Thief is a better sneaking game for keeping you immersed as the one sneaking, not the one controlling he who sneaks. Okay? So, Garrett is not the dude you're controlling. You're supposed to be fucking Garrett. He's not a drone. You're him. So right out the gates, stupid. But then you add to this that they've stunted the field of view to allow this, and then you think to yourself, well, why did they do that? And I answer, because they're stupid. Okay, that's why. Because they think that they're doing people a favor, and they're not. They're not immersing you further. They're not making the character more relatable. It's like in Thief 4, the Thief remake. They make it so you can see yourself doing stuff, and that's super cool. That is awesome stuff. Totally unnecessary. But that's where we go back to what I was saying before. It's not even about it being a console port. It's that they were doing what Splinter Cell was doing. They were doing what other games were doing. Metal Gear, and etc. Oh, it's a stealth game. Well, if it's a stealth game, you're supposed to see you. Fuck no! No! That's those games doing that. Splinter Cell was an homage to Metal Gear. Okay? And Metal Gear did an over-the-head thing and has always been third person because of system limitations as well as the concept, the overall concept of what the game was supposed to be. And then you have this that started out as something so amazing, so absolutely amazing. And then they just take it and they bone it in the ass. The truth is, the Dark Engine was on par with the Unreal Engine. It was. It just didn't have the same poly count. inherent to it. The same sort of efficiencies. Because the guys coding it just weren't as good as. Okay, fine. But the truth is that otherwise it was on par. It was as capable because it had the same sort of level fidelity and the same sort of prop system. Just overall, you could have had this same fucking game, but feeling a lot better. But the truth is, the Dark Engine didn't support third-person view as easily. And you know what? You could have probably gotten away with it. But this tool set's so robust, and it accepts normal formats, and blah, 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 skeletal animation, and blah, 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 blah. Okay? And I'll bet you the skeletal animation was one of the biggest things. One of the biggest things had to be that animation system. Because, it'll be so worth it. It'll be so worth it to have skeletal animation as opposed to vertex animation. Vertex animation was like your traditional animation where you drew frames, okay? So with vertex animation, you took snapshots of where the vertices on the model were at every frame. And it was a major league pain in the balls. Like, straight up, the worst fucking thing to deal with. Man, making a Quake mod, you would have to animate your dude into every position. Like if you were shooting a gun, it would be snapshot, 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 snapshot. Okay? And then you had to write a text file that explained what all these snapshots were, what sequence they went in, and then you compiled that. And once you finished compiling that, now you had a Quake model, a V model, or whatever the fuck it was called. It wasn't until Half-Life that engine had fucking skeletal animation. But they put it the fuck in. That was the thing, is that the guys at Valve took the Quake engine and fucking added colored lighting and DirectX support that allowed colored lighting and fucking skeletal animation because they had DirectX which supported. No, never mind. I'm making shit up now. But the point being is that they added that shit and they made that engine what it had to be, what they needed it to be. Whereas these guys, Ironstorm, Warren Spector, God bless his soul, what did he do? He tried to make Thief with what he thought was a better solution, a better system. And boy, was he wrong. Just wrong. They should have taken the old source if they could have. I don't know if they couldn't have got the source. Maybe that was what it was, right? Maybe that's what it was. They couldn't get the old source. They couldn't get the old engine code. Looking Glass is shut down. Who got that stuff? Eidos? You think they're going to let it go? Fuck no, they're not going to let it go. They're a bunch of pricks. Oh, I remember this part now.
He said something against.
No, the thing is, when Looking Glass fell apart, Warren Spector headed off and joined with John Romero, who had left id Software. They created Ironstorm together. There was Ironstorm Texas and Ironstorm Austin. Ironstorm Houston and Ironstorm Austin in Texas. My apologies. Anyway, Houston and Austin? Hang on, I'm going to double check this. Houston? Dallas. Okay, so it was in Dallas and Austin. And Warren Spector was in Austin making games like this. Looking Glass was defunct at that time. This came out after Looking Glass was... Okay? Looking Glass died. A tragic death, actually. I believe it was after Thief 2. They just barely finished doing the 1.18 patch and then died. And it was actually fans and ex-developers who ended up putting together the current 1.19 patch that you can get out there. That just made me think, though. There's another game, if you ever heard of a developer called Troika Games, there was another absolutely incredible developer who generated a game called Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, and that particular game was built off of the Source engine before Half-Life was even a thing, before Half-Life 2 was even a release. So they produced, you know what, let's go over to that. I'm legitimately curious about that game and how it's been. So we're abandoning Deadly Shadows. We're jumping ship on Deadly Shadows, and it's Vampire Bloodlines Speed Run. I am legit curious how this is gonna go. All right, an hour. This is gonna be good. I kind of want it with the commentary because you know what, the commentary on these guys is pretty fucking good sometimes. Although sometimes they're whatever. But sure, let's watch an old fucking. Although hang on, what's the time here? 57. And this guy's in 42. This guy's in 45. You know, we'll watch it in 42 minutes. Holy crap, this mouse is just not cooperating. Holy shit! Oh, great. The runner's giving his own commentary as it plays. What do you do? What did shut them down? That's a great question, actually. Looking Glass Studios. Eidos fucked him out. So they were an Eidos subsidiary, and back in went out of business on May 24th, 2000. So they went out of business due to financial crisis related to their publisher at the time, Eidos Interactive. Warren Spector managed to move many Looking Glass Studio employees over to Ion Storm Austin. Yeah, a couple of them went over to Arcane, a couple of them to Westwood and Valve, a couple of them to Irrational. Irrational was actually started up by the old head of Looking Glass, across from Warren Spector. Warren Spector and another fellow actually operated Looking Glass, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong there. Anyway, let's listen to this. Let's have a listen about what he's doing here. Oh my god, you'd think I was running the fucking game in the background.
Yeah, it's pretty epic. Having to put in the stats every time.
Alright, here's what we got today.
Like the experience glitch is definitely like a required thing, you know. If anything, just for the lock picking. This is some bad fun.
The old Source engine actually had conservation of momentum too. So you run in here, you talk to a bunch of people, you trigger a couple quests. Oh my god, he's sucking. Alright, there we are. Okay, so this is the Haunted Hotel.
I didn't hit the right terrain.
In the exact same fashion as Thief, this game would accelerate your velocity and send you rolling along. That's supposed to send you down into the depths of below, but fuck that. We're just gonna jump ahead and lockpick this. We get a bit of news and whatnot. Now we use the dumbwaiter to go down to a section. Seems to be doing some shit backwards here. This is a game that allowed third person, but didn't make any major investment in it.
Pretty busy. For work.
So there's supposed to be a big payoff after a bunch of shit. This game does a really good job of providing a bunch of exposition and delivering an experience as you move through it, explaining a story and making you feel like you understood something. It does a really good job of that. And then the resolution is very cinematic, very expertly portrayed actually. And again, you get a nice sense of satisfaction out of it.
Remember to go for it and then didn't.
I wouldn't go so far as to call it a sense of achievement, but a sense of satisfaction that you got to the end of it, and it presents to you this nice closure, not in exposition, but just in mood, and that's something I think that speaks dollars about somebody's storytelling ability. To make you feel like you did something. That you were of use.
Yeah, that's a good girl. Oh yeah. The hallway of pain.
I'm surprised, so surprised, that this game never got its assets ripped apart for porno SFMs. Source filmmaker pornos. It's big business now apparently. It's something I see on Reddit. Every so often you see some guys, oh, here, this Rule 34, and you head down that rabbit hole, you see guys are doing fucking contracts straight up. They're fucking taking commissions and people are paying them to, I don't remember if there's any point to actually doing this.
Doing well. Hired from work. Doing well.
What the fuck? What? What? No, what? What? What the shit was that? What?
Call it off once I've spoken with her myself.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the hallway does like percent.
I asked.
Hired from work.
Okay, so we're waiting on person to walk to corner.
Hired from work. Doing well.
What?
Don't look. Excellent, Jeanette. I asked her. I want to see my sister. Yes, I'll call it off once I've spoken with her myself.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the hallway does like percentages of health. Because you pretty much end up at the same health regardless.
I don't know why it unlocks either. That's weird. Huh. Crazy. Okay. So, normally, you're supposed to take the elevator up there. A super slow fucking retarded elevator, clearly, because He just went through the fucking ceiling. It was this thick. Anyway, whatever. So you're supposed to go and help out her sister, which means go to the diner, and you go there and these guys assault you, so you kick their ass, and then there's a phone call.
Out of the way, idiot. Cell phone snug right there. Door, get out of the way, idiot. Jeez.
I don't know why it's taking me longer this time.
Don't listen up. Shut up. You never do. Isn't it? You're going to shut. You don't. Don't you want to shut? Don't try and empty. I would take you. Is that right? She's a country and you're.
Just fucking hammering that. You hear that?
Don't listen. Therese, that's all. As I would. Why? Therese, Jeanette's every do it. More of course. But I only do it and you did. Shoots. If she. Yes. When I was.
One of the cooler things about this game was the dialogue. There was a lot of meaningful dialogue throughout this game. It wasn't by any stretch like Fallout depth, or maybe it was. It depends on which way you look at it. This game had a lot to it, but not as much as Fallout. But the stuff that it did have ran deeper than the stuff in Fallout. Fallout was very superficial in that you had a lot of characters you'd meet, they'd ask you to do something, you'd do it, and then that'd be that. Good game. You'd move on.
Which one are you watching?
We need juice.
Just wanted to know more about
And this is Vampire Blood.
I'll go up and start calling out another one of those things. I'll be back in a second.
Do you remember how I used to make those?
Yeah, I do.
Alright.
Which one? You said Fallout?
No, this is Vampire Bloodlines.
Oh, I thought the guy.
So the thing about this game that was really amazing, aside from the dialogue, was the gameplay, and when I say gameplay, what I mean is the variety of it. So you're coming in here, you grab this explosive stuff. Oh wow, they can't hurt you while you're arming the explosive. It's hilarious. The variety of gameplay was such that you could run and gun, you could fight dudes. In general, it was a game where the emergent gameplay is what it was about. What? The fuck was that? I didn't know you could do that. Voice acting was good too, actually. I just want to make the point. Voice acting was actually exceptional in this game. There was a lot of characters that had a lot of really good shit to say, and this was an early Source Engine game. This game came out on the Source Engine before Half-Life 2, the Source Engine flagship game, came out. So it did a lot of cool shit with an engine that wasn't meant to be a role-playing game engine. And I mean, it really did a lot of cool shit, like cinematics like this, for example.
Should probably get that checked out.
And then the thing that it did better than any Ion Storm game was an open-ended city. It gave you several city areas, and each one was actually pretty expansive. It was surprising.
It took an hour.
And these were source engine games. You could see all the way down the street, for example, and maybe it was just one street, but it was a long fucking street. You can see all the way down it. And I mean, that's it.
I think my best time in Santa Monica is like a 10:29 or something. That's pretty close.
Son of a bitch.
Leave.
There's 3 of us, Rodriguez.
Yeah. 3 of us.
What are you gonna do? Shoot us? This ain't over. We'll find you. You too, Rodriguez. You're both dead.
Have I ever played the World of Darkness tabletop games? No, I have not.
Keep moving.
World of Darkness tabletop
Watch
games
some folks play the
are,
games.
yeah, they're not my bag.
Good effort. Execution needs a little work. You look like shit. Why you? That's right. This is a mean existence. Stay out of trouble, kid.
What year does this game take place?
Like late 90s.
I don't know.
Late 90s, dude.
Around Gehenna. Wow, these bunny hops are so poor. Holy moly.
So, you come here to this bar, these guys are, I can't remember what the fuck they're called, Lost Boys or something like that. And basically they reject the typical tenets of Vampire Society. So the typical tenets of Vampire Society, according to the World of Darkness book series, is vampires are very secret. You remember Blade? Blade and how the vampires were in that? There you go. Literally that. And then there's the Los Angeles here, vampires, these Lost Boy guys or whatever the fuck they're called. Anarchists. They were called the Anarchists. Oh, creative naming fucking committee of late 90s. Anyway, so they reject those tenets. They don't go around making a big stink about it, but they don't make a big stink about having a hierarchy and bullshit like these guys do. So.
The last thing. Oh. No. Good. One more thing. You've been careless about maintaining.
And if you notice as he was leaving, he's like, "You've been careless about thing." That's completely based on how you've been playing the game. If a lot of people have been seeing you do the thing, then he says that. It's just that the guys at Troika put a lot of effort into adding a lot of depth to their games, so that as you're moving through the game, the world changes based on what you do. The guys at Troika never talked about stuff the way Molyneux did, but everything they produced worked the way Molyneux claimed his would.
I know about Salud? Salad? I don't know how you say it.
Salut! Fucking heathen.
I know about the Nick 2 and the Nosferatu. That's just pretty sweet. That's some legit shit. I like that. How like they thought they were a myth, but then like they got proof. They killed the elder. Walk forward. Thank you. Good one. What's that shit I see here? See why you do that. Yeah. So these are trying to get all enlightened and shit.
What's up, Ari?
Sorry.
You did bring your cup down.
Alright, here.
Did she shut the door all the way? How far into the game is he?
He is actually
Stop being lazy
still in
now,
Santa
sit
Monica,
right there and just figure out
but getting near the end.
they've always been in there.
I remember.
That was smart.
The reels.
I really
may
thought
not-
that through.
I may not have been having a drink of
Yeah.
it, but it still ended up all over me somehow.
All
Kinky.
the way. I hate the doors. There's so many doors in that area.
Oh, your camera froze.
Yes. Yes. Want me to help you, Ralph?
Now I kind of really wish I bought that $20 kit.
$20 kit.
No.
Yeah.
I think it avoided your.
It actually did.
Which is good, because it already had orange juice in it. Which, thank God it wasn't apple juice, because apple juice is way stickier.
Oh wow, he's already here.
Slow.
What?
Ish. It's always the best when that shit just happens.
No. No way.
Slow. Slow.
Oh my god.
It's always the best when that shit just happens instantly.
Literally just randomly flipping the switch until. Oh wow. Fuck off, game.
Sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes it works right away.
No, I always thought there was a puzzle. There's never
Dude,
been a
that
puzzle.
sneak was fucking epic. I've never done that before. Ran out of monster.
It's just jumping all over everything. Go, go, go.
After decades of solitary study of this fiction, I have learned that it is by no means my will.
That's what the dudes with the symbols over their heads?
That's just. That means you're targeting them for powers. So you're in some mad doctor's house. Some people have lost contact with them. You get to the end, you see he's been killed. Spoiler.
No, I've seen a lot of this games played finished. Isn't that the dude whose like basement you go to and there's like body parts and stuff everywhere and stuff?
Yeah, that's in the next city segment. Oh no, that's in this one. That's in this city segment. If you want to do that side quest. It's fucking, this game's got all sorts of bent shit to it.
We went third person for a little bit there and then went back to first. What vampire is he playing?
That was interesting.
I should do a stalking side quest with Elonwy, like some psycho stalker.
She keeps wanting to make yourself the
Oh, I
targets of
jump.
people's affections and stuff, so now you're just going to the full extent of it.
Make some guy who's like sending her animal parts and shit. I found a cat, and the way it meowed reminded me of the way you sang, so I've sent you its voice box.
Oh my god.
Just suspended in there.
I've also
all
given
times
you
it's
its
rough.
claws because I
And then
think
this
you have a
place
very
burns up, so
sharp
Jack's
wit.
actually probably dead, huh? Like dead as fuck.
We should be together forever.
Or is she already dead? She's definitely dead after this.
And so you find the good doctor, whatever his name was.
What vampire is he playing?
He's actually playing a Nosferatu. And it makes sense, because Nosferatu has the craziest invisibility and blending skills.
Now when you're doing a speedrun, you don't really care about charisma at all.
Nope, you care absolutely about getting through. Actually, he took persuasion. He took persuasion, I know, because when he was talking to the sister. Oh my god, you should have seen how he gets to the sister. He just went through the ceiling. Like seriously, he just runs over here, looks up, up he goes through the ceiling.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something like that, he says. Nice.
Hey, thanks, Jesse.
Just hammering the one. Hammering
like,
button 1 or 2 or whatever the fuck.
Just get me through this, I don't really care what you have to say.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, I don't think she's converted or anything. It's sired up, you know.
I think you just use the map to fast travel there.
What? Hold on.
So this is, you're in the museum, and you're going to get the sarcophagus.
I never get to this part. I wish I
The Onken sarcophagus or something or other.
Oh, okay.
And of course he knows all the fucking codes, so he's just gonna hop through, dismantle, disarm, whatever.
You don't really need to worry about finding anything about it.
And this is it. Here you are, done. That is the fastest I've ever seen that fucking segment done. That is a long ass level number.
Oh, I know what.
Makes a case for how he gets there, though. I always hated games where you'd make your way into a place, like you'd fucking bust your ass getting to some destination, and you get there, and you're doing whatever the fuck you're doing, and then you look up and there's like a window or a skylight or something stupid, and whoever you're supposed to get exposition from just fucking drops in through there. And you're like, I just went through fucking 3 buildings and 2 load screens and 48 murders to get here. And you just dropped in through the ceiling? You don't even fucking have a helicopter. When I last saw you, you needed me to open a gate on a 4-foot fence. You're telling me you came in through the skylight? You fucking dumbass NPC? Fuck you. You know, like that sort of shit drives me nuts.
It's just like half-assing them.
It's just, yeah, it's the ham-fisting, right? It's like just giving somebody the ability to get somewhere when they shouldn't be able to.
Yeah, that's it. Just ignore that guy. It's not really. They saw my APM and they all got scared. Like, oh shit.
You know what I should do? I should design a light train.
Stashed it someplace.
And the light train is like some interastral trainway. that you can control.
I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Then he gets sucked into the sewers, and we don't give a shit apparently.
Yeah, because we got shit to do.
What?
As long as I guess the game thinks the door is shut, nobody looks in.
No, something's going on here. This is supposed to start the weird snuff porn storyline. What? What? What is he doing? Oh, right on. How you doing, Zabo? Zabo17 says, actually best stream going on. I'm gonna put that on a poster. Actually best stream going on. Dash Zabo17.
I like it.
Well, not a clean setup.
What the f-
It's just speed. It doesn't
He just
matter.
messed with the door enough that it suddenly ended up. Okay. Alright.
When your triggers aren't like.
That's the thing about Troika, that if you ever look into if you looked into the back end of this game, it is the most complicated miasma of
I need to improve
variables.
my mic situation. I need to I bought an arm for it, but the teeth are missing, and then the arm broke when I attached it.
This game's legitimately frightening. When you're playing this game for the first time and you don't know what to expect, and you walk in the back room and there's like this there's this porno studio set up. You don't know what to expect. And these little fucking heads on arms come rolling out at you, and they move a mile a minute, and they make that roar noise the way that they do. They're fucking freaky.
I don't know. Would not want to be anywhere near a porn set with those things on it.
Yeah, it's stuff porn. You
know they
wouldn't
make,
want to be on there. I wouldn't want you on there. I need you in my life. It's one of those things. It's one of those things. I would will to die. It would be
Because I own
bad.
one, I just haven't bothered to use it.
Be like Samson with cut hair.
Speeding.
So he's going into the mausoleum. He finds this tape in a grave, because when you're killed with snuff, when you're killed in a snuff film, usually it's good form to include a copy of the snuff film in your grave with you. How did this fellow die? Oh, look at this! Hey, they've got a perfect record here.
Just in case somebody just wanted to dig them up.
And they have it playing to Megadeth's High Speed Dirt. How nice!
The teeth don't exactly work.
How high of a
I had this piece that went on
in the social hierarchy? What is this guy to get a mausoleum for his burial? Like that is some high level expensive stuff.
True, but in all fairness, he gets a drawer.
Fair enough. You just pull him out of his drawer.
Welcome guest in my direction. Welcome to home.
So now it's just I have this shock mount or spider mount, whatever the hell you're supposed to call it. It just kind of sits in there. It's not screwed in. So I can't exactly put my current light on. I have an AKG 120 perception. I don't even make this shit anymore.
Nom.
So I'd have to buy a new mic.
Oh my god, we just watched a snuff film on Twitch.
Audio quality I'm sacrificing by doing that.
Does
Plus,
that
I
count?
use my mic in for some video games.
Oh, we're done. That's it. It's smut.
So that would mean moving my shit to a line in instead of a mic in, and then the quality wouldn't be as great.
I don't know. I don't know anything about his technical problems. Now I'm thinking about his AV capabilities.
My mouth.
What's that with your mouth?
I'd probably sacrifice my mouth. Which
you want to sacrifice your mouth?
Definitely degrade.
I don't know why he wants to sacrifice.
Either be quiet, but
yes, please
nice
be quiet.
Clear or
no, be quiet.
I don't know.
We're trying to watch the show. I'm commentating. I have no idea who this guy is.
Oh, here come more of these creepy things.
The funny thing to me is they put assholes on these. They put bum holes on the heads.
Well, they have to get all the stuff they consume out somehow.
Wait, this is the extended version.
I have Sennheiser HD98s. So I like these headphones, they're comfortable.
Okay, great. Now we move on! I have no idea where we're going at this point. I can never remember too far ahead.
Did you just, like, eat a rat?
Yeah, you can thoroughly just because. And I don't know why he's doing it.
To get his blood lost up?
I think he fucked up there. I think that last one was a fuck up because the first one was to get him out of the pipe faster. Because it just pulls you out of the pipe so you can feed on the rat, right?
Yeah. What? I can't remember what happens in this game when you start frenzying again. Blood.
You literally just start attacking people at random. You lose control of your dude and it starts running around. What?
So we don't care about the creepy things. What are you?
That is a Samitse. A Samitse is a flesh crafter. They are one of the three especially damned types of vampires. The Sabbat follow Egyptian tenets and are especially damned. The Samitse are flesh crafters and are especially damned. And then there's another one that it totally escapes me. Anyway, flesh crafters are the guys who would make your flesh golems a D&D. They're the guys who would make flesh golems that look like a head attached to two arms, running around like a dog. You know, and they would call it a pet and say, "This is a beautiful thing," and speak with a heavy Romanian accent because that's what all demons sound like. Because Dracula. That sucks. Now, if he had been able to get in there with his initial velocity, he would have just carried through doing the bunny hop thing, right? Because fuck physics. Oh yeah, he's swimming right now. Can you see the water? What do you mean no?
That was hilarious.
What do you mean no?
I love that his character has this like massive G-string on, like up to the hips.
Yeah, right? I mean, I appreciated it. Every single girl had that. You know why? Because guys made this game. And that's what we noticed. Right, guys? Right, guys? G-string sticking out in the pants at the back. We notice. Girls? We notice. Oh yeah, we appreciate it too. Because we just want to reach out and fucking pull start that shit.
Don't know if that'll get the effect you want.
I assure you it will give me the effect I want. I'll be like Dr. Dawson off of Black Mirror.
Oh man, that thing got him good. He had to take a moment to fucking kill it.
It didn't touch his health, for example. That's the blue bar on the left. So he's unscathed.
I guess it's just because he had to lockpick. Oh, there's more creepiness. A little bit of body horror for you.
That's it, we're good. See you later.
Screwing up the movement and almost dying there.
It's true, actually. If you don't hit that on, you will fall and die.
Makes me think of like watching people who do this speed run over and over again. For, like,
dude, that's so smart.
You gotta.
Oh my god! He fell all the way down and used the rat to break his. That's incredible! Oh, it's the simplest shit. Because he was doing the thing, I didn't see what was going on there. I can't remember. What I remember is that this part fucking blows. This part, you're crawling around in this place, dodging big-ass monsters for like an hour if you don't know where to go. Because it's one big shitty maze.
I was just wondering that.
Ugh, sucks. Better if you know what you're doing, though. It's alright.
Yeah, that took him like, what, 10 seconds?
Yeah. That's how it should be.
That is the weirdest swimming technique.
Oh, now, okay, yeah. Going through the sewers, you're now in the Nosferatu camp. So there's a couple of side quests that you actually pick up here, which are very cool. And I just want to draw attention to the fact that even though he's speedrunning, okay, he's speedrunning through this, but if you look around, this place is fucking replete with a lot of stuff. And you can't really appreciate it because, like the truth is, with a speedrun, you ain't stopping to smell the roses.
Oh, he got
Okay?
stopped at the edge of that thing, though. That sucked.
The point is that this place is meant to look like a garbage heap of a city built into the tunnels of the place.
Is overhearing them or what?
He's a Nosferatu, so he's just invisible.
Okay, whatever.
Goodbye.
I like Gary, but I hate him too.
He's a great character. Great character.
Gary, I would say.
So if you're in Nosferatu, you go back to the Nosferatu camp to get your quests, or is that just
No,
in the
that's
storyline?
anybody. Yeah, it's just Nosferatu town, and it's got quests for vampires looking for quests. Just like Skyrim, literally.
The mighty quest.
This is just like lightweight Skyrim.
Fair.
Okay,
With
this is
vampires.
lightweight Bethesda does vampires. Thank you.
What did she just put in here?
She gave me a snowman pad with a bunch of random doodles. This is all code. I'm gonna pass this on to the players and say it's from Dave.
I have to decipher each and every single one of the scribbles. What's up, Mushy?
Do you want your pad back? Okay, there you go. Bye.
Yeah, man. That would be the dream.
That would be the dream. What would be the dream?
Definitely save a lot of time.
Calmer down and get myself something. Oh, some water.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Okay.
I bet you he'll be done this game by the time I
Well, he's already at the last. Yes, last section. Last section? No, second to last. Is there one after this? No, this is the last section.
So nice. It's like, here you go.
Oh, they're actually doing damage to him. I was wondering about that.
Not even blocking away or nothing. Jeez.
Or nothing. Really beautiful game. One thing I will say about this is, despite being the first
Not bad, first time I've ever
Source engine game, it is an absolutely replete game. It's got very cool effects throughout, really smart use of the technology, a compelling fucking story. Like, the whole of it is great. It's not, it's not Shakespeare. What do you want? It's like, it's Hollywood goodness, and it's halfway smart. It's not Deus Ex, but it is. It's yeah. What can I say? It's a good action RPG, first-person action RPG game. Very good, in fact. And it's replete with all sorts of shitty glitches. No two ways about that. I'd be curious what version he's running, because this game has been patched and patched and patched and patched. Fans have been patching the shit out of this game.
little nervous about that last one, so I didn't go for it like fast. Oh shoot. Couldn't pull off the icy there. I will not stop right there.
LaCroix. 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 My question is though, why the big tentacle thing? Why not just stay yourself, but like with this thing's strength? Like, why does it always have to be some crazy thing you turn into? No, I never played Hackmud. I played Uplink a lot back in the day. That was always fun.
Los Angeles at last is mine. Come, stand next to me while we open the sarcophagus. You've earned a place in my soul. The Ankara sarcophagus.
That's the guy with the frogs.
Who sleeps within you? Is it Balthazar? Maybe Lazarus?
Now, this particular ending, actually, there's several endings. Several endings, and unfortunately, it is a bit of an ending machine. When you're in the cab there, you press certain dialogue options to get to an ending, and he's chosen for the quickest one, which is literally just the shortest cutscene.
Open the sarcophagus.
Now, that means you die, actually, at the end of that.
Hey, Mr. Buddy, I'm talking to you. You don't really talk much.
So this is a Methuselah. He was in the sarcophagus. And that was the cab driver that shows up at the end. You can get the ending where you don't die, and you're actually sitting there with Jack and the Methuselah. That's when the anarchs, not anarchists, but the anarchs. The music's great in this game too. 42 minutes. 42 minutes. Holy shit! Alright, speedrun. What shows up for speedrun? Fallout 4 speedrun in 41 minutes, 41 seconds. Getting over... Okay, seriously. Let's take a moment with this, because this is too much. This is fucking hysterical. Have you not seen this game? If you have not seen this game, I present to you Getting Over It. This right here, this is amazing. You are a dude in a pot, okay? You are a dude in a pot, and you have a hammer. And you take your hammer and you climb shit. And this is what you do. And this game is fucking difficult. This guy makes it look ridiculously easy, but I assure you of two things. This game is fucking hard. Okay, I cannot make this any more clear to you. This game is a bitch. This game is so fucking hard that you can easily YouTube any number of frustration videos, and this game is at the top of the playlists. Or near the top. This game is fucking as brilliant as it is a copycat. because it is it is like Portal. It is to it is as Portal is to Narbucular Drop as it is to its original predecessor. In any event, the point being is that this is a gorgeous game, a simple game, a fucking retardedly hard game, and a retarded game. Period. And in all of that, I wish to make the point that it is exceptionally frustrating. Because if you make a wrong move, you literally can, like, consider where he is right now, okay? He has gone like this for however long. If he fell at any point there, he'd be back fucking God knows how many different segments. It doesn't matter. Anyway, so climbing, climbing, climbing. The world is what it is. I'm hammering and climbing, hammering, climbing. And that's the end of the game. Now, we could look up a frustration video. And it'd be pretty funny. But, 2 minutes. 5 most legendary speedruns? No, I'll pick. It's okay. Anyway, so speedrun, it's right there at the top. Metroid Prime at 1 hour 14. I'm assuming that's meant to be, because yeah, there you go. 1 hour 14 and 54 seconds. Two Worlds by Shadex. Most controversial rule in speedrun history. I don't really care. Extreme 951. Who gives a fuck? Dark Souls in 35 minutes. I wouldn't understand anything about it. Hello Neighbor. No idea. Cuphead, fucking boring. Halo, no thank you. The Simpsons, who gives a shit. RE7, not a hero in 33 minutes. You know what? I am curious what this looks like. And I will entertain it. Entertain me, Resident Evil. Entertain.
Yeah, definitely a world record, but I'm not happy with that. Not until we get Deathless Run.
Alright, yeah, we're gonna do it then.
Deathless Run.
You're gonna do it, yeah? I'm right on then, man. Yeah, I'm down with you. Right, so this is a fella. I'm not sure what his name is, but he's a British fella.
All right.
This heat is drawing at my eyes.
Signal strong. You're coming through loud and clear, Chris.
Signal strong, Chris. Signal strong.
But apparently Lucas turned the mine into his own personal hideout.
Okay, whoever Lucas is, who gives a shit about Lucas? Okay, so this is a first-person game. This is Resident Evil, isn't it?
Got it.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, all right. Hey, speedrunner impersonating. There it is. Hey, there's a zombie.
And the cancer begins.
There's another one. Okay, that's kind of freaky.
The lab is just ahead.
Any idea what Lucas is up to down here?
We're still analyzing.
The guy super calm is like, that was retarded, freaky, and I've been cut by something massive and fleshy, but I'm alright, I'm calm. I'm alright with things. Life is good, let's get through this. That's a door, we just passed through it. Are you okay? I'm getting you out of here. Leave me, it's too late.
We're both walking out of here.
I got news for you.
Man, I wish I was more patient with this. I wish I wasn't so, like, ragey. I don't want to be ragey. I don't want to be salty.
Now you can try to take that off on
I really don't want to be salty on this.
My hand might slip in
Lucas!
Oops. Now here's the deal, Chris. You don't follow me, and I'll bounce your head off the ceiling. Oh, the same goes for your little soldier brains too. Adios. Muchachos.
What the fuck?
Fuck.
I'm picking up airborne spores. It's the E-type UMIC. Your mask will switch automatically to rebreather mode. Keep an eye on your oxygen tank.
I didn't even pick it up. Oh no.
Looks like you're clear of any contamination. You should head back and get that bomb on your arm deactivated.
There's no time. I don't want to give that asshole a head start.
So I'm gonna go chasing after the guy who's gonna trigger the bomb on my arm. That's cool. I'm not gonna get out of range. I'm gonna get closer to him so that he can use it.
Chris, we finished analyzing.
And then I'm gonna have a fist fight with him. Okay? And he's never gonna use it because his DM is drunk too. I don't know.
We can't let this happen again.
Are you sure you just don't want to recruit him?
Chris,
Hold
we've
on.
been over this.
Maybe the BSAA is convinced. If they weren't, I wouldn't be here. But working with Umbrella is going to take some getting used to on my
Like
part.
seriously, the thing is
I know
that
it must be difficult, and to tell the
wireless
truth,
technology
a lot of
is
our members
very
have been with us
fallible.
since even before we
Wireless
were
technology,
incorporated as a PMC.
especially in a place like fucking this, okay? Especially in a place like you're telling me this guy fucked off? This guy got around the fucking corner and his little button doohickey doesn't fucking work. Okay? And at this point, fucking, is it red or green? Fucking split. Done. Move on with life.
Yeah, this part goes.
You know? There's no reason for that bomb to have any fucking effectiveness. There's no fucking high tech. No. Just fucking no. Okay? I don't give a shit. If that trigger isn't in range, he can't trigger it. And beyond that, it's the mechanism of the bomb itself. It's its own mechanism that's going to govern whether or not it goes off. Otherwise, this is very much a standard fucking first-person shooter with a very zoomed-in FOV. And Capcom has no business. Capcom has no business doing first-person shooters.
Which one are you watching?
Resident Evil 7. I decided I'd take a look to see what kind of game this was. And it's no wonder they have this VR thing going on. But no. This is fucking stupid as far as I'm concerned. Because, you know, it's doing the Resident Evil thing, like, take this item and there, now I solved the problem. I took this item and I gave it to somebody, and now they're my friend. Thank you, my friend. Now you give me the gun that I go and I'm gonna shoot fucking zombies with. I don't know, like, it's stupid. But I will give them credit where it's due. They've actually just decided, fuck it. We've been trying to be a shooter for however long. The problem this is a game that absolutely needs to be in the third person. Okay? This is something that I was talking about earlier. Thief didn't need to have a third person view. Thief doesn't need to have a third person view. This game needs to have a third person view. This is a game where you are the viewer, controlling the person, the victim. You know what I mean? That's what it's about. And that's where Dead Space, dare I say, Electronic Arts got it right. That's where Electronic Arts did it better than Capcom. The originator. You know?
Well, in the first one, it was all like just your person running through a room set with a static camera.
It was, yeah, absolutely. And there was just this cinematic scene. I'm not saying we need to go back to that, but I'm saying, yeah, the number 4 had this new mechanism for,
like this over his shoulder,
which was very intense. But what it did wrong was it was a downgrade of the mobility, thorough downgrade, where you had
well.
Yeah, not bad. You know, when you really do know how it's all done, it does. It's like you say, you know, it doesn't.
Why did he kill him?
He just took his rebreather.
So it was like a really horrifying way to die. If you just wanted to kill him for his shit, you could just slice his neck.
It's gameplay, Celeste. Look, Celeste, it's gameplay. You have to get the rebreathers.
And that speaks volumes about the character that you're playing.
Then he waited until he was dead?
No, then he let him like die such a horrible death and just mercy him or something. No, let's just like slice through your head with this horrible spinning thing.
Well, my question is, what is he supposed to do? Stab him through the throat?
Yeah. You just like at least let him. I don't know.
Like, what would you do? There's blades coming through. What if you got your knife stuck in the guy's head while the saw was coming through?
Do you have a gun? Just one punch shoot him in the face.
Do you have a gun? Actually, maybe that's a thing. Maybe he could have shot him. This guy's speedrunning, so maybe he could have, but he didn't bother because he wanted to conserve the ammo. Or he just didn't even pick up the gun, so he has no gun.
Shooting would have been the quicker.
They're remaking number 2? Like as a third person over the shoulder?
I think you might have your hopes up high considering the way it's going with this.
Hey man, I own number 2 for a reason. It was a good one. That and number 3 were the 2 best Resident Evils.
I never got past the second
incest?
scene.
Where?
Like,
Where?
scene, because I couldn't understand how the mechanics of the game work, and I would always get my zombies in the second page, like second scene. First scene, second scene die.
That's funny.
Good.
You know what'd be funny is to make a card game where you control zombies and you throw zombies at each other. It's like Magic the Gathering, but not. You know what I mean?
Go on, go on, click it, press it, please.
Zero. I forgot about Resident Evil 0 actually. 0 was good. 0 was surprisingly good. That was the one with Rebecca. The medic.
Nice. Good fun save.
Good job. Oh man, the production value is so funny on this.
Hey.
Some of it is so good. And some of it you're like, it's so cheap. And it's so funny.
Thank you.
I don't really want to deal with you right now. Just get out of my way, buddy.
That's an option in this game. That's cool. Like Left 4 Dead, just shove him back, right?
Left here.
Although Left 4 Dead is way superior to this fucking game, that's for sure.
When it comes to zombie survival, yeah. And then you find out. Did he just epi himself?
I don't know if I can just hypo get and go. Oh man. How far we've fallen, Resident Evil. How far we've fallen indeed.
You know what is funny is there's never it never feels like there's any repercussions to doing like an adrenaline. Because it's like haste, right? When you get slow after that's exactly what it is. So you should have like this thing, do I need it?
Need you.
What's in your character moves?
I just want to clarify something. By stating how far we've fallen, I am not mocking the mode, but the fact that it is very much now your standard FPS. From what I'm seeing here, if you have the skills, this is an FPS. It just needs a better FOV. The FOV is shit.
Oh, but I plan on streaming all night, my famous.
Like I would even dare to say, if this was on computer with a mouse and keyboard,
Already have been.
I'd fucking play this. You know, just to play through it as a first-person shooter.
Yeah, you don't.
Not as some gay fucking
Resident Evil shit.
yeah, where you have to use WASD or some stupid business.
No.
You know what? It's a first-person
That's not
shooter.
okay.
It would be better on.
Anyway, the fucking hypo's okay. You know why the hypo's okay? Because in the first games, your fucking health came from a spray. In the first fucking games, you were using the first aid spray. And so you just got finished killing a snake that picked you up and threw you around and spanked you with its tail and fucking rolled over you. I'm good, like fucking Windex from Greek Wedding. Sure, just spray yourself down and fucking, I'm healthy, I'm good, I'm fine. Hospital? What do you mean? I got this can right here. What? I'm assuming bombs? I missed what he did. Dude, fiber. Seriously. Is this
I'm
a puzzle?
not favorite,
Is this a puzzle? This is a puzzle? Oh, it attracted zombies! No? Fun. How much ammo? 6 shots, 4 clips? Or 6 shots, 4 reserve? Yeah, it's a first-person shooter with a lot of ammo. Nice! And headshots are a thing. Yeah, give me a mouse and keyboard and call me a happy camper. Seriously. Whoa!
Stop!
Oh!
He's got fucked by that sucker.
Yeah, dude. This game.
Stop!
Resident Evil is always brutal.
Stop! Oh my god!
Oh!
Oh my god, no! This playthrough is
Speedrunners!
You
Speedrunners
piece of
sucking!
shit!
Run! The speedrunner kind of sucks.
It's like when you're watching a speedrunner, sometimes like doing it all night or all day stream, and they're like redoing it over and over again, like the guy did Mario. And you
This
get to
is
see
weird.
the good, you see the good and the bad runs and stuff.
It's true, yeah. When you watch them just restarting over and over as they progress through the night. I like watching Clint Stevens for that specifically. Clint Stevens is good shit.
This guy was saying, like at the beginning, saying, "I'll be streaming it all night."
Yeah.
So he's doing the same thing but with Resident Evil over and over again. Like, that's just funny.
Yeah, if you get to the end and it's not terrible, then fucking A. You know? And it turns out when he gets to the end of this, it was no funny enough.
Shit, I need to stop here. I need that. Go away, you. Go away! Oh. Oh.
Hey.
Oh.
Hey, you still with us?
Can I steal your rebreather too?
Is it still attacking him?
Thanks. I was beginning to think we'd been left behind.
Oh, and the creatures just left him alone.
I think we can get up this
That's
way.
cool. Whatever.
It's not like he doesn't have body
Where are
weight
you
or
here?
something.
Oh my god.
Psycho. I'm sure what's worse, him or those things.
What the fuck even just happened there?
We gotta get out of here.
I don't know. Something attacked him and then he shot it.
Over here.
And then
We can
is
get
this
out.
supposed to
Out
be
through
your
there.
co-op mode?
Fuck. You gotta be kidding.
Because this is a game that's all like co-op, right?
Get the thing off of me! No!
You seriously just don't give a
I don't
fuck.
know about you, Christopher, but I'm getting real tired of playing games.
3 men, Lucas. 3 of my men dead because of you. This ends, and it ends now.
Sounds like a
I
frat
don't
boy.
think so. It's about to be 4 dead soldiers in a minute. You're going to fail, then you are going to die.
Here, JMG.
It's almost halfway through this
Okay.
right now.
We got a situation here.
We're on it, Chris. Head back to the central cavern and wait for further instructions.
Don't let me
Please.
down.
Or, I don't know, is that the final run? Or is there a bigger list to that? Be Resident Evil.
They give you this gun and 10 rounds and say, go kick some ass.
Yes. Oh my god.
If it's not on PC, I don't know that that means it'll be gutted. Like, it'll just mean it's optimized for...
Said I'll be gutted.
Oh, I'll be gutted.
Like it's that.
Oh, you don't have a console for it. Oh. Yeah, but when you're waiting on these things, it's however long to get it on the PC anyhow. And besides that, they're not even bringing Grand Theft Auto 5 to PC.
It is on PC.
It's not. Grand Theft Auto 5?
Yeah.
If it
How
is,
do you
I'm
think people
surprised.
were modding?
Hey.
They were modding the shit out of 4. I've never heard of 5 being on there.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking.
Maybe you
of
can see at the timer there.
Anyway, what I was saying is, Red Dead, I don't imagine it will come out. I imagine that they're going to use Red Dead as their cowboy e-commerce platform.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Well, I'm stoked we have a PS4 because we will be able to play now.
Yeah, there's that. So, if nothing else, my PS4 will finally see some time, some use as a Red Dead Redemption 2 platform. But I mean, you can always get an emulator for your PC. If your PC is going to be good enough to play current gen RDR2, then just get a PS4 emulator and go. You know?
Yeah, I knew 5
Okay,
was on
no,
PC.
I'm looking this up. I think you're both wrong.
No, people were modding it, I swear to God.
Yeah, whatever.
The liquid nitrogen is just beyond that room.
Like a bit of hanging on. Just have it at it.
Yes. Okay.
But it came out
So, yeah, no, it is.
It came out in 2012.
Is it cross-platform play? No, it's not.
There's very few games that are cross-platform play.
It's really sad that.
Turn it down, Chris. Now find that nitrogen.
You'll have to remind me.
You sound like a frat boy.
I sound like Nathan Drake who smoked too much.
Is this really gonna work?
Hurry, Chris.
Why is it just sitting out? What? No. 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 Just no.
Take it out before it thaws and restarts.
I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure that would fuck it up. Oh, you brave badass.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
I'm
Okay,
trying.
Lucas.
You can't use a
It's just
hand.
you
Do you
and
know
me.
how cold liquid nitrogen is?
Dude.
Like, I've seen it freeze a banana in 5
Chris,
seconds.
we're showing a room located behind the shield machine.
Lucas?
Yeah, fair brother. I put myself in debt actually for the PS4 and regretted it for several months. It took me about 6 months to dig myself out of the debt for a PS4. It was
Hey,
stupid.
let's just try not dying
Seriously,
now.
it was just dumb on my part. Alright, let's do the thing here. What was I just talking about?
If you're talking about another speedrun, I don't think you mentioned it to me.
Seriously? I just saw that and didn't say it out loud?
You might have said it out loud to him when I was upstairs.
Oh, no. I just thought about this. And then I was like, I'm interrupting this for a thing.
I have no
And I
idea.
don't remember what it was now. But, did I show you this? Getting over it? I haven't showed you this? Okay, we're gonna do this real quick.
Well, oh, a 2-minute speedrun?
Yeah, here you go. This is getting over it.
What the shit? You're a man stuck in a jar and you just have to swing your shit around with a mop? Or a
A
hoe?
hammer.
Fuck. Oh god. What? I'm watching.
Yeah, I know, right? It's different.
Why is he stuck in a pot?
I don't know. The game doesn't really explore these concepts. It talks at length about failure and patience.
This guy is not big enough. He should have these like abs of crazy. Or not abs and arms of crazy.
Yeah, for starters, this is true.
You should be like ripped as the Rock.
If not more so.
Yeah. I can barely do a chin up.
This guy's intense. Actually, it's pretty ridiculous. Maybe this is why he's stuck in there. It's because his core is so thick that he actually cannot remove himself.
He has actual chicken legs inside there.
Yeah, exactly.
Like actual chicken legs.
He has no legs. It's all torso and arms.
Oh my fucking god. A fucking shopping cart?
Yeah, it's just the most ridiculous shit. Like, there's an antenna on top of this.
What? Now you're
Well,
in
you just
space.
broke atmosphere, right? So now you've broken gravitational pull. And that's it. And then he gets to the top of the mountain. And if you're alone, you can come inside and say hello. I solemnly swear I'm not recording or streaming this. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway.
The fuck?
So all it is it takes you to a chat room. It takes you to a chat room afterwards. Alright, let's take a moment with this. No. That's like all the way back to the beginning.
Guess it.
Why? Because.
Hi, you're on a rock, floating in space. Pretty cool, huh? Some of it's water. Fuck it. Actually, most of it's water. I can't even get from here to there without buying a boat. It's sad. I'm sad. I miss you. A long time ago, actually never, and also now, nothing is nowhere. When? Never. Makes sense, right? Like I said, it didn't happen. Nothing is never anywhere. That's why it's been everywhere. It's been so everywhere, you don't need a where. You don't even need a when. That's how every it gets.
Ugh, that sucks. That sucks.
Forget this. I want to be something. Go somewhere. Do something. I want things to change. I want to invent time and space. And I know it's possible because everything is here and it probably already happened. I just don't know when to start. And that's exactly where it started. Oh, I paused it. I think there's a universe now. What's it made of? Corks and stuff. Ah, that's a thing. In a place. Don't like it? Try a new place. At a different time. Try to stick together because the world is going to get bigger and emptier. But it's not empty yet. It's still very full and about 1 jillion degrees.
See, my big secret is that I take side work on top of my full-time work, so I get ahead
and there's something else flying around too that wants to join in but can't because it's still too... Great news, the protons and neutrons are now happily married to each other. Some of them even doubled up. Great news, the electrons have now joined in. Congratulations, the world is now a bunch of gas in space. But it's getting closer together. And it's getting closer together. And it's getting closer together. It's a star. New shit just got made. Some stars burn out and die. Bigger stars burn out and die with passion and make some brand new, way crazier shit. Which allows newer, more interesting stars to be made and then die and explode into. So now stars have cool stuff around them, like rocks, ice, and funny clouds, which can make some very interesting things. Like this ball of flaming rocks, for example. Holy shit, we just got hit with another ball of flaming rocks. And it kind of made a mess, which is... Weather update, it's raining rocks from outer space. Weather update, those rocks might have had water inside them and now there's hot steam in the sky. Weather update, cooler temperatures today and the floor is no longer lava. Weather update, it's raining. Severe flooding alert, the entire world is now an ocean. Volcano alert. There's life in the ocean. What? Something's alive in the ocean. Oh cool, like a plant or an animal? No, a microscopic speck. It lives at the bottom of the ocean and eats chemical soup, which is being served hot and fresh, made from gnarly space ingredients left over from when it was raining rocks or whatever. Oh yeah, and it can do that. It has secret instructions written inside itself telling it how to build another one of itself. So that's pretty nifty, I would say. Tired of living at the bottom of the ocean? Now you can eat sunlight. Using a revolutionary technique, you can convert sunlight into food. Side effect, now there's oxygen everywhere and the sky's blue. Then the Earth might have been a snowball for a while, maybe even a couple of times. It's a sponge, it's a plant, it's a worm, and some other types of weird, strange water bugs and strange fish. It's the Cambrian explosion. Wow, that's animals and stuff. But we're still in the ocean. Hey, can we go on land? No. Why? The sun is a deadly laser. Oh, okay. Now the animals can go on land. Come on, animals, let's go on land. Nope, can't walk yet. And there's no food yet, so I don't care. Okay, will you learn to walk if there's plants up here? Maybe, said some bugs. And fish. Okay, so I can go on land, but I have to go back in the water to have babies. Learn to use an egg.
I was already doing that.
Use a stronger egg. Put water in it. Have a baby on land in an egg. Water is in the egg. Baby in the egg, in the water, in the egg. Works for me. Bye-bye, ocean. And now everything's huge, including bugs. Want to see a map of the land?
I remember I went to the bank one day, and there was a girl.
Just kidding, you're the
And she
survivors.
was telling me
Keep
about
your
the
eye on
jewelry
this
she
one
made.
because
That
it's
said,
about to
have you
become
ever heard of
dinosaurs.
Etsy?
Here's a
How
map of
easily
the
you
land.
can sell
Yeah,
your
don't
shit
worry,
online?
it does that all the time. Here
And
comes
then
the
she was
jewelry.
at that fair selling her jewelry across from
It's
you with
mammal
those
time. Here comes
glasses.
the mammals. Look at those
Yeah.
breasts. Now they're gonna dominate the
She
world.
doesn't work
One
with
of them
bank
just learned how to
anymore.
grab stuff and walk. No, like walk like that and grab stuff at the same time and bang rocks together to make pointed rocks. Ouch! And set things on fire.
No, she was working at the
Make
whorehouse
crazy
last
sounds with
year.
their voice.
She's doing quite well.
Yeah,
Things.
You're visiting a couple times a week, you
And
know.
now they're everywhere.
Yeah, you know.
Almost.
I check on my
We can walk
bitches.
over here. Cool. Well, I guess we're stuck here now. Let's review. There's people on the planet. And they're chasing their food. Fuck it, time to plant some grass. Look at this. I control the food now. Now everyone will want to be my friend and live near me. Let's all build houses, except mine is bigger because I own the food. This is great. I wonder if anyone else is doing this. Tired of using rocks for everything? Use metal. It's underground. Better farming was just invented in a sweet dank valley right in between these two rivers. And the animals are helping. Guess what happens next? More food. And more people who came to buy the food. Now you need people to help make the food and keep track of the sales. And now you need houses for people to live in and people to make the houses. And now there's more people and they invent things which makes things better. And more people come and there's more farming and more people to make more things for more people. And now there's business, money, writing, laws, power. Society. Coming soon to a dank river valley near you. Meanwhile, out in the middle of nowhere, the horse is probably being tamed. Why is all my metal so lame and lumpy? Tired of using lame, sad
Willy
metal?
Wurt.
Introducing made with special ingredient tin from the far lands of Tinland. I don't know, my dealer won't tell me where he gets it. Also, guess what? Meanwhile, out in the middle of nowhere, they figured out how to put wheels on a horse. Now we're getting somewhere. Also, China. And then I mentioned Indus River Valley civilization. The Middle East is getting more complicated. Maybe because it's in the middle of the East. Knock knock, or clop clop. It's the people with the horses. And they made an empire. And then everyone else copied their horses. Greeks! Ah, look, it must be the Greeks, or a beta version of the Greeks. Let's check in with the Indus River Valley civilization. They're gone. Guess who's not gone? China. New arrivals in India. Maybe it's those horse people I was talking about, or their cousins or something. And they wrote some hymns and mantras and stuff. You could make a religion out of this. There's the Bronze Age collapse. Now the Phoenicians can get down to business. Also, can we switch to a metal that's a little easier to find? Thanks. Look who came back to Israel. It's the 12 tribes of Israel. And they believe in God. Just one, though. He's got like a 10-step program. Here's some huge heads. Must be the Olmecs. The Phoenicians make some colonies. The Greeks copy their idea and make some colonies. The Phoenicians made colonies so big it makes colonies. Here comes the Assyrian Empire. Never mind, it's the Babylonian Median. It's the Persian Empire. Wow, that's big. Ah, the Buddha was just enlightened. Who's the Buddha? This guy, who sat under a tree for so long that he figured out how to ignore the fact that we're all dying. You can make a religion out of this.
And we did.
China just broke, but while it was breaking, Confucius was figuring out how to have good morals. The
Confucius.
Greeks just had the idea of thinking about stuff. And right over here, Alexander just had the idea of conquering the entire Persian Empire. It's a great idea. He was great.
What?
And now he's dead.
What?
And the rest of the gang will be able to share the empire evenly between them. Knock knock, it's Chandragupta. He says, get the hell out of here. Will you get the hell out of here if I give you 500 elephants? Okay, thanks, bye. Time to conquer all of India.
I wish Grant wasn't such an alcoholic.
But what about this part? That's the Tamil Kings. No one conquers the Tamil Kings. Who are the Tamil Kings? Merchants, probably. And they've got spices. I'd like to buy the spices. Me, said the Arabians, which are buying and selling it to the rest of the world.
Yeah, Commonwealth!
Good morals is their main philosophy. Actually, they have three main philosophies.
Commonwealth and soccer.
Out here, the horse
Two best aspects of it all.
And they would like to ransack your city. Let's check the Greekification levels of the Greekified kingdoms. Greekification over there.
Sorry, football.
Why, said the Jews. Hi, said the Parthians, taking over the entire place. Hey, said the Romans, eating the entire Mediterranean for breakfast. Thanks for invading our homeland, said the Jews, who were starting to get tired of people invading their homeland. Hi, everything's great, said some guy who seems to be getting very popular and is then arrested and killed for being too popular, which only makes him more popular. You can make a religion out of this. Want silk? Now you can buy it from China. They just made a brand new road to the world. You can get their own water. Sick, new trade routes, said India, accidentally spreading their religion to the entire southeast. That's a good place for a new trade agreement. There goes Buddhism traveling up the Silk Road. That's China before it collapses again. Remember the Persian Empire? Yep. Making a new one. Maxim is getting so powerful they would like to throw a stick. Has anyone populated Madagascar yet? Let's do it together. China's home again. Still can't cross the Sahara Desert? Try camels. Hell yeah, now we got business, said the Ghana Empire, selling lots of gold and slaves. Hi, I live in the Roman Empire,
That
and I
is
was
so
wondering, is
far.
loving Jesus legal yet? Actually, okay, sure, said Constantine, moving the capital way over here to be closer to his main rival. Don't worry about Rome, it won't fall. It's the golden age. There's the Gupta Empire, not Chandragupta, just Gupta. First name Chandra. The first. This is in Rome. Barbarians. What's a barbarian? Non-Romans, said the Romans, being invaded by non-Romans. R.I.P. Roman Empire. Or actually just half of it. The other half is just fine. But it's not in Rome anymore, so let's give it a new name. The mines have figured out the stars. Oh, and here's a huge city. Population everyone. The Goat Turks have taken over the entire Eurasian steppe. Great job, Goat Turks. How's India, Brogan? How's China? Back together. How's those trading kingdoms? There's more of them. Korea has Japan has a kingdom. It's the Sunrise Kingdom.
You remember the last time we played
Civilization?
Civilization? What a great
The
game.
real God
I like
whispers in Muhammad's ear.
Civilization is
and he tells them their gods are all fake.
You don't like it with
So mad,
Civilization?
they had to leave town and
This.
go to a different town. You can make a religion out of this, and maybe conquer the world as well. The Roman Empire is long gone, but somehow the Pope is still the Pope. Plus there's... I wonder if there's room for Moors. Here's all the wisdom. In a house. It's the Baghdad House of Wisdom. Just in time for the Islamic Golden Age. Let's bring stuff to the coast and sell it and become the Swahili on the Swahili coast, said the Swahili on the Swahili coast. Remember this tiny space you have to go through to get from here to there? Someone owns that now. Want to get enlightened in the middle of nowhere? The Franks have the biggest kingdom in Europe, and the Pope is so proud that he invites the king over for Christmas. Surprise, you're the new Roman Emperor, said the Pope, pretending to still be part of the Roman Empire. Then the Franks broke their kingdom into what will later be called France and not France. The Northerners, or just Norse if you don't have much time, are exploring. They go north, from the north to the northern north, and they find some land, 2 types of land, and they name them accordingly. They also invade some other places and get called many names, such as Vikings. There's the Rus, the Kievan Rus. Are they Vikings? I don't think so, said the Kievan Rus. Okay, fair enough. The Pope is ready to make some more emperors of the Roman Empire, the Holy Roman Empire. It's actually Germany, but don't worry about it. New kingdoms. Which brand would you like? Mine's better, mine's better, mine's better. Time to conquer England, said William. It's a bird, it's a plane. It's the Seljuk Turks, said the Byzantine Empire, who's getting so small it almost doesn't exist anymore. We need help. They need help, so they call the Pope. Hey Pope, can you help us get rid of the Seljuks? Maybe take back the Holy Land on the way? Come on, I know you want to take back the Holy Land. Yes, I do actually want to do that. Let's do a crusade. Crusade! They did many crusades, some of which almost didn't fail, but at least the Italians got some sweet trade deals. Goodbye, Mayans. Hello, Toltecs. Goodbye, Toltecs. Hello, Mississippi. Look at those mounds. There's the Pueblo. I always wondered how to build a town in a cliff.
The mid-game's slow, and then the end game is kind of unsatisfactory. That's the thing about Civilization. The end game is never satisfactory.
China just invented bombs and typing, and the Mongols just invaded most of the universe.
The civilization never ends,
I bet that will last a long
unless
time.
it's wiped out.
Some of the Islamic Turks were unaffected by the Mongol invasions because they were busy invading India. Is it Tonga time? I think it's Tonga time. I just found out where the Swahili gets all their gold. Look at this Chad. It means lake. There's an empire there, right in the middle of it. The king of Mali is so rich he's going on tour to let everyone know. Wow, that guy's rich, everyone said. The Christians are doing a great job reconquering Iberia, which will soon be called Spain and not Spain. Please remain Christian. We will check in later to see if you're still Christian when you least expect. Whoops, half of Europe just died. China's back? Yeah, stay here. Time to share. New kingdoms here and there. Oh, look who controls all the islands. It's the Mahajapit, Majapahit, Mapajahit, Mahapajit, Mapajahit, Majapahit. Oh, Italy's really rich. Time for them to care a lot about art and the ancient classics. It's kind of like a rebirth. Here's a printer. Let's make books. So you think you can conquer the Byzantine Empire? Yep, said the Ottoman Turks. Nice job, Ottoman Turks. Oops, you missed a spot. Don't forget to ban Europe from the Indian spice trade. What? That's bullshit, said Portugal. Spiceless. Well, I guess we'll have to find another way to India. Hey, said Christopher Columbus, probably smoking crack. If the world is round, let's go this way to India. No, don't worry, we already got this, said Portugal. So Chris goes to Spain. Hey, Spain, want to hire me to find India by going around back of the world? No, please, no, please, no, please. Okay. So he sails into the ocean and discovers more ocean, and then discovers the Indies and Japan. Let's draw a line to decide who gets which half of the world. The Aztec and Inca empires are off to a great start. I wonder if they know that Europe just discovered their continent. The Habsburgs are marrying into so many royal families they might have to start marrying each other. Move over, Lithuania. Here comes Moscow. Ivan wants to make Russia great again. Move over, Timurids. Maybe go invade India or something. Persia just made Persia Persian again. Let's make it the other kind of Islam. The one where we thought the first guy should have been the other guy. Hey, Christians, do you sin? Now you can buy your way out of hell. This whole thing is bullshit. bullshit. That's a scam. Fuck the church. That's one of the reasons why, said Martin Luther in his new book, which might have accidentally started the Protestant Reformation. You know what would be magnificent, said Suleiman, wearing an Ottoman hat? What if the Ottoman Empire was really big, which it is now? What if Russia was big, said Ivan? Portugal had a dream that they controlled the entire Indian Ocean, including the spice trade. And then that dream was real. And Spain realized that this is not India, but they pillaged it anyway. Damn, said England and France. We gotta start pillaging some stuff. Then the Dutch revolt and all the hipsters moved to Amsterdam. Damn, said Amsterdam. We gotta start pillaging some stuff. Question 1, can you get to India through North America? No, but at least there's beaver. Question 2, steal the spice trade. That's not a question, but the Dutch did it anyway. Sugar's made. In Brazil, stolen. In the Caribbean. It's so goddamn profitable you might forget to not do slavery. The next thing on Russia's to-do list is to get bigger. Britain and France are having a friendly discussion about who should control the entire world, more specifically, Ohio. Then it escalates to a 7-year discussion, giving Prussia a chance to show Austria who's boss. But what about Britain and France? Did they figure out who's boss? Yes, they did. It's Britain. Guess who's broke? Also Britain. So they start taxing the hell out of America. Fuck you, says America, declaring their independence and fighting for it. And France helps them win. Now France is broke. And Britain will have to send their prisoners to a different continent. Wait, if France is broke, why do the king and queen still wear such fancy dresses? Let's overthrow the palace and cut all their heads off, said Robespierre, cutting everybody's head off until someone eventually got mad and cut his head off. You can make a revolution. Ladies started out the revolution, especially the slaves who free themselves by killing their masters. Wait, who's in charge of France? Said Napoleon, trying to take over Europe.
Love it.
They banished him to an island. They banished him to another island. They're becoming independent in the Latin American Wars of Independence. Britain just figured out how to turn steam into power, so now they can make types of machines and factories with machines in them, so they can make a lot of products real fast. Real fast. And conquer India and maybe put some trains there. Hey, China, said Britain, buy stuff from us. Nah, dude, we already got everything, says China. So Britain tried to get them addicted to opium, which worked, actually. But then China made it illegal and dumped it all into the sea. So Britain threw a hissy fit and made them open up 5 cities and give them an island. Britain and Russia are playing a game where they try to stop each other from conquering Afghanistan. Also, the Sultan of Oman lives in Zanzibar now. That's just where he lives. India just had a revolution, and they would like to govern themselves now. Nope, said Britain, governing them even harder than before. Technology is about to go crazy. The United States finally figured out whether slavery is good or bad. It's bad, they decided. And then they continued manifesting their destiny, which is to kill the rest of the natives and take their land and maybe kick out the Mexicans too. I know, let's rape Africa, said Europe, scrambling to
manifest destiny.
Yeah.
You know what? One of these days I'm gonna pull that shit.
The United States
ran like, you know what? As DM, I have manifest destiny.
Wait, Spain controls Cuba. Well, blame something on them and go to war. What should we blame on Spain? Let's blame the Maine on Spain. So they blame the Maine on Spain. Now we're in business. To celebrate, they kick Panama out of Panama and make a canal connecting the 2 oceans. Britain just found oil in the Middle East. It makes cars go. China is so tired of being tossed around that they delete their old government and make a new, stronger government, which is accidentally weaker and controlled by a guy from the previous government. Europe hasn't had a war since the last war, so they start World War I.
Yeah!
It's gonna be a great war.
That's right!
We need a second one. After it's over,
no, we won't need a
Russia went on strike and the workers overthrew the government. Now everyone's paycheck is the same. Communism in the Soviet Union. The Arabs revolt and Britain helps. Now the Ottoman Empire's gone, so we can give the Jewish people.
I want you to imagine for a moment
Hopefully
a country where
let's cut the cake, said Sykes and Picot, carving up the remains of the Ottoman and
you
Indian
don't
Empire.
actually have a paycheck. You just have a supply people. Just go get what you need.
And the Saudis conquer Arabia. It just seemed like the right
That's
thing to do.
Star Trek.
Hello? Yes, it's the 1920s calling. Let's get in the car.
Star Trek is you have
listen
a
to jazz on the
matter
radio and go to the movies. The economy's
producer.
great.
Well, no,
It'll
but
probably be
like
great forever.
things
Just
are
kidding.
happening.
Germany
You
fact
get paid
featuring
for
Hitler,
jobs.
the angry mustache
Yeah.
man.
Provided
He's
that.
mad at the
Yeah.
Jews for existing. Japan is finally conquering the East, and they're so excited they raped Nanking way too hard. They should probably just deny it. Hitler's out of control, so the international community tackles him and tries to explain why killing all the Jews is a bad idea, but he kills himself before they could explain it to him. That's World War II. Bonus round, Pacific Showdown. United States versus Japan. Fight.
Extinction Ball.
Let's unite all the nations and have some world peace. Seems legit. Hi, I'm Gandhi, and if Britain doesn't get the hell out of India, I'm going to starve myself in public. Wow,
Oops, we killed him.
Bonus, now there's
Wow,
Pakistan.
that works.
Actually, 2 Pakistans. One of them can be Bangladesh later. The Jews and the Arabs finally figured out which one of them should live in the Holy Land. Me, they both said at the same time. Let's divide up the land so everyone's happy. Sight, they both get angrier. Look out, China. There's a new China in China. What's on the menu? Communism. No thanks, said the other China, escaping to an island. I wonder which one is the real China. There's the Korean War, Korea versus Korea. Nobody wins, then it's on pause forever. Let's meet the sponsors. Oh, it's the 2 global superpowers. They're having a friendly debate over which economic system is good and which one is an evil virus of Satan. And they both have atom bombs. Fight! Wait, no, that would be the end of the world. Let's just keep it cool and spy on each other instead. And make sure we have enough atom bombs. I'll race you to space. Now let's make some more countries fight themselves. Europe is tired of pillaging other continents, and the continents they were pillaging are tired of being pillaged. So here's a new map with new countries. Now you can't tell who they're being pillaged by. The United States finally decided whether racism is good or bad. They decided it's bad, and the world agrees. South Africa might need another minute to think about it. Let's check the world population. Whoa. Okay. Technology's better too, that might keep happening. The Soviet Union decides to relax a little and accidentally falls apart. Europe makes a union, so now they can all use the same money, except Britain because they don't feel like it. Let's check the mail. Surprise, it's on the computer. Whoops, someone just attacked America. I bet they'll remember that. Phone call. Surprise, it's in your pocket. Want to learn everything? Surprise, it's on the computer. Now your phone's a computer, which is in your pocket. Whoops, the economy just crashed. Don't worry, the big banks won't fail because they're not supposed to. Surprise, flying robots. With bombs. Want to print a brain? Some people have no friends. Some people have no food. The globe is warming. And the ocean is full of plastic. Let's save the planet, said everybody, not knowing how. Let's invent a thing inventor, said the thing inventor after being invented by a thing inventor. That's pretty cool. By the way, where the hell are we?
Thanks for watching history. Hope I mentioned everything. Bill Wirtz, ladies and gentlemen. Bill Wirtz, the speed run of history is what that was right there. I'd like to.
The speed run of history.
It was really.
How fast can you get through the history of everything?
Of everything. Where are you going? Where are you going?
Look, I took on the little ones, the mini me's.
What do we got here? So we were watching the Not a Hero RE7 speedrun professional new game, and I don't give enough of a shit to finish even a half-hour speedrun of Resident Evil 7, a first-person shooter that I find as boring as it is rudimentary, standard, whatever. An hour and 10 minutes to finish 100% of Cuphead, a side-scroller where I can watch a guy dodging stuff. What the fuck moments in speedrunning? No. We want actual speedruns. 4:56 for a speedrun is not bad. Hitman Blood Money in 51 minutes. That's exceptionally good. Ooh, Mirror's Edge. VR speedrunning. I have to admit, I am very curious. How does this even work? What is this even? I thought this was supposed to be Mirror's Edge. This is a lie. This is a lie. And this is nothing but a gigantic lie. Oh, no. It's my fucking retardedness is what it is. See that? You see what just happened here? Mirror's Edge, VR speedrunning. You know what that is? Dyslexia. 37 minutes. All bosses. Half-Life. What Mario sees. FF12. This is a speedrun in 4 hours. 34 minutes. Getting over it. No, don't get me wrong. This is not me frustratedly looking for speedruns so much as observing what there is. Mario Kart 64. This is, what is this, 43 minutes? To get through all of Mario Kart 64. 44 minutes. Getting over it shows up a lot. Payday. You know what? This is a minute. So indulge me. Joe really enjoys this. Skyrim. Legendary. Glitchless. Who gives a shit? Fallen Anthology, GTA San Andreas. Huh. That's neat. In 5 hours and 20 minutes. Saw the game in less than 10. Okay. As Amanda, apparently, the any %, I'm curious. I am. I'm legitimately curious. You and I both know. Okay, seriously, come on, full screen. I haven't played it. Oh shit, my camera's fucked. Alright, here we go. Knowing the code helps. Observe that you're barefoot and you have a health bar, but it doesn't seem to bother you at all. You don't have to like watch out for glinting shit on the ground. Fuck. The soundtrack here is really fucked up.
Detective Tam will be here soon.
Sure. So, door opens, we punch the guy in the face, and then we survive and move on. It's going to be a matter of time before game companies start coming out with streaming licensing agreements. If you wish to stream this game, we get X amount of your profits. I have no idea. I've never played this game. I'm watching it for the first time. It's neat. Apparently you can punch through a wall. Whatever that's worth. I don't know. I don't know. I look at this and I wonder what? It's got this pain thing, but why would it hurt you to dig into a corpse? You know, they try, but then it's like the same thing. You're barefoot? And it's like, maybe you are. I can't tell. I don't know if you the viewer can, but it doesn't look like it looking down at that. And you know something? Let me tell you, I have a severe issue with there being this long drawn out level. Okay? There's no reason that this building would be so fucking labyrinthian. There's no conceivable reason for this to be so labyrinthian that you would be stuck running around and that this would be a risk the way they're portraying, or that you would have to do any of this. Like, it's so out to lunch. Saw worked as a movie, but as an exploratory third person, this is atrocious. Graphically, it accomplishes what it needs to. Visually, it's on par with Half-Life 2. Like, it does what it needs to do, you know what I mean? It does what it needs to do. But don't kid yourself, this is not a good game. This is a terrible game. There is zero gameplay occurring. This guy is literally running through the game. That's what he's doing. He is running through the game. Minigame. Good minigame. Good, great minigame. Like, fucking terrific minigame. It's perfect. I think I would love to have that sort of minigame in the middle of Dungeons & Dragons. Like, just, here's a circuit. Complete it. You know what I mean? And it's just a timing game that you have to press a button on. What the shit is that, though? He just punched through the wall! And it wasn't like the previous one. The previous one I was like, okay, fine, I'll give it to you, because it's just a drywall wall. But this is a bathroom wall with tile, and it's gonna have moisture-resistant drywall, and it's gonna have fucking probably soundproofing, so people don't have to listen to somebody grunting. And then it's gonna have ventilation and reinforcement and blah blah blah. I don't know. If it's up to code, it wouldn't be so easy. I love how fast he punches the numbers in. And we didn't see the cinematic, so we have no idea what just happened, but now there's screens everywhere. Apparently the guy's an AV and fucking welding framing genius if he's able to suspend this fucking shit around while you're unconscious.
Not a thing.
I know you didn't.
Promise I won't do it anymore. The drugs, the cutting, none of it.
I know you won't.
I don't know what else I can say, what else I can give.
Neither do we.
Your life.
Oh my god, okay. Can I fast forward? Do we want to fast forward? Do we care? Do we care? Is this even keeping our interest? It's near the end and we just want to get to the end. Another minigame that is probably... I feel like it's the same. Oh, it gives you a signal. I have no idea what you're supposed to do here. I'm assuming that it... Whatever, who cares? You know what? Nobody fucking cares. That's the truth. I'm not a retard. If I don't care, I know that you don't care. And because you don't care, you know what? I don't care. And if we don't care, if we together do not care, then really there's just no reason to bother. In any event, it's been fun. I've been on for about 3 hours now. I should get inside, be a parent, and I bid you adieu, Morris. I hope work goes well. Drive safe as you're going home. Happy New Year, my man. And we'll see you later.